Alright everyone, welcome back to Journeyman League Season 16A. We are in round 2 in Spain in the Circuito of Ricardo Tormo. I am accompanied here today by Johnny Fu and Yua for a trio of commentators. How are you both doing?
Well, hello. Fine. I think this circuit is gonna be really difficult today. Mistakes are gonna be costly.
Indeed, it is a very costly track. Yua, how are you feeling? What do you expect from today's race?
Oof, I'm feeling good. This was where I made my debut as a UL commentator too, so it brings back memories. But honestly, I think we're just going to expect chaos. I don't know what to expect, so I'm just sitting on the sideline.
Right then, we have already finished one lap of quali, actually 34-second track. Maybe the good drivers will get themselves in the 33s, but for now it is Koshinski in the 34-27, followed by Rafita in the 34-38, and Skibidi, who missed, unfortunately, AL. He was a bit late practicing with other people, and it cost him the race, unfortunately. So now he's hoping to make his comeback in JL, do better than last time. I don't know where he finished, but for now it's looking
First
like
lap
he's in
in the
P6.
34.
All right. Sujush, the first driver to get himself in the sub 34 seconds with a 33.98. He is leading the championship as he won last race in Spa-Francorchamps. Maybe he can try to continue improving his lead. And now we are in the final corners already. This is a pretty quick qualifying. Let's see if any drivers can really improve or not. There you go. And it doesn't. Span has improved a bit. Swizzy is in P2. And it does seem like Sujush is taking pole position. And VZS, please don't talk like that. It's pretty unfortunate. Well, after this quali, we got Sujush in pole position, followed by Pan or Swizzy, like you want to call him. Then Koshinski, Bituko, Rafita, Kono, Skibidi only starting 7th. Then Drozdov, Mil, and Siwas finishing this top 10. And for the bottom 8, we got VZS on his debut, I think, followed by Despacito. Julian, that just podium in AL, is starting 13th. Drazer, Sunday Driver, Mr. Crank, and the two Kenzo Motorsports on the ninth row, I think. Yeah, Foxy Line and Lubick. Well, what can we learn from this qualifying session, you and Jonathan?
With this qualifying, I think I didn't see much of Koczynski's training, but he really surprised me. And I expected Skibidi to be a bit higher, as he
Yeah, indeed, he is only in P7 with a 44-45, and he's tied with Drozdov actually. So let's see which one is going to start 7 with the tiebreaker. And now we're going to wait for the
other.
last driver to ready
So,
up. Well, after some technical difficulties, we are
That's
finally.
not the correct grid, Phantomy.
The fuck do you mean it's not the correct grid?
Go is not in B12.
Go did not participate in quali. Well, the lights are out and we
No
are
fucking.
away. Sujus gets a good start, followed by Pan. Koshinski on the outside are moving to turn 2. We have Skibidi down the inside. They are going 4 wide here. Yeah, we did lose Jonifu on the commentator side here, but we still have Yua. Oh, there is a huge crash behind. It was Drozdov and someone else, but now
Rostov
Bituko
and
seems to be
more.
running away. We
Oh,
have,
what a
wow,
start for
Sujushu
Bituko.
making a mistake. There is a huge pack from P8 to P15, I think, and they're going 3 wide in the final corner. Koshinski gets pushed. Sunday, Drozdov same. Julian, what am I watching? We have to keep an eye on him. Uh, Huge chaos everywhere. What can you even say about this start, you?
Okay, first things first, Kuczynski got very unlucky with the start. He dropped from, I think, second on the grid to now he's in 11th with Sunday Driver down his
Oh,
inside and taking him off the track. But it's been chaotic. Bituko, the biggest winner out of this, and he's already pulled a bit of a gap to Sujush in the pre-races, or like in the pre-lobby races. He looked very quick. So it looks like he's now wrapping it up
indeed.
together and pulling away Phantomy.
Exactly, and Bituku, as you say, is already 1 second ahead of Sujush. He's on medium, so he's probably only gonna do one stop. Where behind we got Rafita, kind of in a no man's land between P2 and the small pack behind him. He's on soft. I don't know what strategy could happen with the soft, but right behind him we got a pack with the two Riker Supernova, the TLC of Siwas, and the Archon Racing of Skibidi, and they make it pretty clean. Surprisingly, it's
It's a
very very
first.
clean. And they're going three
That's
wide.
a first.
Oh, this will this end good? They're being clean. This is surprising, but very good. And when I look away, they all die. I don't know what happened. This what
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm losing it. Well, I will do a quick checkup of the grid after those 4 laps. We got Bituko in the lead by 1.5 seconds. Then it is Sujus from his pole position to P2. Then Rafita Drozdov getting the best out of it. He's in P4. I think his best ever finish is a P2, so he's on good. In a good way to get that finish. Then we got Skibidi, Pan, and Siwas in a small pack. They are going side by side. I'm not sure this will end well in the two, and they are keeping it pretty clean. Then we got Raza, Crunk, and Kona. Go 14, Julian. Go made up quite good. Oh my god, he's off track. He made a good recovery starting last, but because of a technical issue, he missed qualifying. But now he's in P12. Koshinski, as you said, from P3 to 13th. This is really not a good start for him. Oh, and Go and Julian, really going wide. Mill is in P13 now. Then Foxy Line, 15, Despacito in 16, the Sunday Driver in 17, and Liupik, I don't know what happened to him, but he's in P18. So yeah, we got quite a spread grid. I saw there was a crash ahead with Go. Um, you're probably gonna have the first pit stop soon, and there is a lot of lag rockets over here. This is a very
Oh, God.
complicated track, I would say. Especially to drive and keep it clean while staying quick. So yeah, and we got a DNA from Skibidi. What happened to him? Did you see anything?
I didn't see anything, Phantom. I didn't see anything, but he was there with Suicide, and I think behind Pan as well. I'm not sure if there was something that happened between any of them, but I think we'll find out as he
Yeah,
comments after. Yeah.
and unlike his
But
last JL race, it's not a connection issue as he left the race and then the game. So it is really a DNF
okay.
from himself. So it's
Ooh,
definitely not a good start
someone's
of
in.
season.
Someone's in.
Drozdov. Okay,
Rosedov
so
into the pits.
he's going for the two stop, and there is a huge track ahead of him. Julian, what
Oof.
happened? I think we have to keep an eye on him. I don't know his
Julian.
ping, know his connection. So
Oh!
Mill is off track. What is going on? We are only 8 laps in, and everyone seems to have went out of track at least twice. We got a 3 wide here. Drozdov gets completely obliterated by the two independent cars. And
Another
thi-
Phantom.
this really is a death pack. Well, did you spot something interesting on track?
Well, we've got a 3 wide over here with Julian Drozdov, who's trying to make his way through, and
Mill.
Mill gets sent off the track, and Julian Drozdov, I think, tried going for the switchback, but Julian held his position well. Drozdov pinches Mill out wide. Julian still holding on in front of them, and Drozdov now down the inside of Julian, and he's taken P8. He had to muscle his way through, but I think that's going to have cost him time, while Rafita's been in. Suicide and Drazzer and Krang, the Sunday driver, they've also been into the pits. So they're all, I think, doing 2 stoppers. I don't know. I think the rest are doing 1 stopper, but
Probably
Foxy Line's
doing one.
very interesting.
Yeah, he's
Most
probably going
like
for
Foxy
soft
Line's doing
harder.
it too.
No, he's going mediums. Well, 10 laps in, we are probably going to see the first medium runner start to pit, as Bituko is with Sujus right behind him. Those two drivers really 5 second
Ooh.
gap on P3 from Sweezy. So they're very comfortable. Sweezy as well is pitting, and I do believe we might have on our podium here. Oh, Sujus went off track in the pit exit. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, we
Oh
have
dear.
Rafita up in podium steps here. He is on the two stop, so he really have to put in the work to get away from Sujus and the rest of the pack. And yeah, now the grid seems to have spread a bit and we do not have that much fight. Koshinski is still, yeah, he's in the top 10 at least now, but he's still pretty far from where he was expected to be. We got Drazzer and Despacito from P11 and 12. Despacito makes a mistake. Then it is go Crank. I think he got pushed many, many times and he seems a bit laggy now. I don't know what's going on. And
That's a pity. It's a big pity because I think there's still a few drivers who are left on track to pit Connor, Julian,
Despacito.
and Despacito. Ooh,
Yep.
and he's just been muscled out the way there, Phantomy.
Yeah, it's true. Those hard 12 doesn't really look that good for those JL drivers. I'm sure we're gonna see some hard 12 in higher leagues like CL or UL, but now it looks they're kind of struggling with those. And Despacito, yeah, he's going in the grass. And here we have, I think, oh no, no one made the second pit stop. Well, what do you think we make a review of the grid at the half point of the race? Yeah,
Honestly, right, I feel like Bituko's got this one in the bag in first place. I think
yeah,
Rafita is going to be the one to watch, and Drozdov too, because they're going to be on softer compounds and fresher compounds at the end of this. At the end of it, like on their final stints, Koczynski, I think he's made some very good ground up because he's in P6 now. I think side by side with Connor, who gets past him. They're side by side. They're going to head into turn two. Koczynski defends his line and holds on to P6. So it's a good recovery from Koczynski for now.
yeah.
But Phantomy, I wanted to also ask, like, you obviously did like the practice races. What do you feel is also the best strategy?
I would say the best strategy is the one of Bituko, Sujus, and Ban at the front of the pack. It's you do medium 10, so you you are still on the one stop, and you kind of undercut the one who do medium 11, and then you just go hard all the way until the end. And I think that's what many people are doing with as well Koshinski, Kona, and maybe Go. And yeah,
Hmm?
I mean,
Go
for
could
sure,
actually be what.
this is what we found to be the quickest strategy. And I mean, we can see it as the top three just in another dimension right now. Just Bituko 4 seconds from P2, then 2 seconds from P3, and Rafita is in the pit, so another probably 5 seconds to Alex and Drozdov in P4. So they are definitely doing good in this strategy. There is a three wide in
Indeed.
turn two here. It's Koshinti Rafita going kind of wide, and Connor, ooh, being very aggressive
Getting
with,
muscled out the way.
yeah,
Also
right.
got a three-way fight further back between Sunday driver Despacito and Foxy Line just to. Oh, Foxy Line's dropped a little bit away from them. But Despacito holding on from Sunday driver in this fight for P14, the lower regions of the grid, as Alexei Drozdov also comes into the pits. So he's going to be one to watch out for at the end. He's got Suicide up ahead, and Connor, Rafita, and Kuczynski, who's up to P4 Phantomy.
Yeah, indeed, and I don't think he has a pit stop yet to do, so he's in a very good position. And if we go back to the leaders, yeah, Bituko just 4 seconds ahead of Sujush. He really got that help of the chaos at the start, and now he's just cruising his way to the victory, I would say. Then we got Sujush on the hunt for Bituko. He got 3 seconds. He's been losing ground over the laps, so I'm not sure if he is able of catching Bituko. Then we have Pan holding on his podium here. We are probably going to see him as well in CL and maybe UL. Then we got Rafita, as you said, with his
Indeed.
two-stop strategy. Indeed, we have to watch him as he just made the move on Koshinski. Now Koshinski gonna try a move around the outside, and unfortunately it doesn't stick for him. But yeah, Rafita is
For
on the
now.
softer
For
compound,
now.
and he's going it again. A third time? No, no third time for him, but he makes it
Oh!
down the inside, side by side in the second sector, and Rafita comes out on top. I do think that his softer compound really are helping him holding that P4 for the moment, but P3 seems way out of reach for them for now, so it's probably going to be a P4 fight. But
And Kaczynski has also gone off the track there, so he's lost the slipstream of Rafita. So that means, I think, as Lupik comes in further back, I think Drozdov might still have a sniff of P5 over here because Connor and Kaczynski are, of course, on older tires.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see something interesting because these three. Oh, go off the track! Oh, go has gone off the track. Ha ha ha! I'm sorry.
Oh, what's going on with Go? What?
He went off the track like at turn two. So
He
I
seems to
think
be
he
going
was
very,
close
very
to.
slowly.
Ooh. Yeah,
And
no, that's looking problematic. That's looking problematic. Crunk has to watch out. So Go, who had to come into the lobby a little bit late because of a little bit of misfortune, might have trouble keeping this P11 as up ahead. We've still got the fight for P4. Kuczynski round the outside of Rafita. These two going at it, and Kuczynski with a switchback as we're about to head into lap 22 for these guys. The leaders are a long time on lap 22. Rostov round the outside of Connor. Connor's gonna have the slip. Rafita's gonna go round the outside of Kuczynski. Picks out, and there Connor's been taken off the track by Drozdov, who's a man on a mission though. As yeah, friend to me. About to. I mean, Petuko's drive has been insane. He's about to start his final lap.
is he? Oh yeah, he already is starting his final lap, and I guess we're gonna do his final lap with him, as the fight for P4 is around 15 seconds back. What can we say about him today? He he did a great qualifying, managed to stay out of the chaos in the first lap, and this basically assured him the win with the optimal strategy here. And yeah, I would say it's a deserved win. I also think it is his first win in JL, so we're gonna let him enjoy this. And yeah, his best finish before was a P3 last season and a P2 last race. And so now rounding the final corner, Bituko wins the Ricardo Tormo Grand Prix. Congratulations. Sujush will finish in P2 from pole. Sweezy third. And it's gonna be Koshinski for the P4 fight. Rafita lost the grounds. And yeah, Koshinski will hold it for P4. Great recovery drive for him. Rafita in the top 5 and to the line. And
Oh!
it's gonna be Drozdov in front of corner. Then Sewers, and a bit far behind we got Mill. Julian getting that top 10 in his debuts. Then it's gonna be Mr. Crunk, Go 14, Draza, and Despacito, Son the Driver, Foxy Line, Lupik, and the DNF of Skibidi. Wow, that was an intense finish for that P5 fight. Do you any words on the
Absolutely.
on this race?
No, it was a fantastic drive from Bituko. Of course, he wasn't quite able to put it on pole, but he stayed out of trouble and picked his moments and took the lead. Never looked back. Sujuch in second for Christian Stride. And is that Pankerovtsa's first podium, by the way?
I think he already did a podium before. Yeah, it is Sweezy. He already did many podiums last season, I think.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty solid drive because he was battling with his teammate for the first part of the race, and I think once he was on his own, he found a good rhythm and actually nearly caught up to P2.
Exactly.
Koczynski in P4 holding on very well there from Rafita, despite having older tires. Drozdov, I think he and Connor went at each other and only a tenth between them in sixth and seventh. Suicide doing the two stopper in P8. Then you've got Mill in P9. I think after a bit of an up and down start, it was a decent recovery from him with Julian, the top independent driver, if I'm correct, in P10, followed by Crunk, who recovered from I think 15th or 16th to take 11th. Go 14, who struggled towards the end on his old hards as in the other independent car, both of them were up in like seventh or eighth, roundabout there. Despacito in P4, teen, Sunday Driver 15th, Foxy Line, and Lupik for the Kenza Motorsports cars, being the last two to finish with Skibidi out.
Well, this was the Ricardo Tormo Grand Prix. Thank you very much for having watched. Thank you, Yua, for being my co-commentator for today. and I think we have to say goodbye. So yeah, cheers.
Cheers.